Iceland vlog.
Like, what's going on?
Okay, so if you have seen any of my other 9 vlogs, and I think you know how this 10th vlog's about to go. Normally when we do a vlog, we try to figure out what we're doing, why we're doing, how we're doing, and vegeta. This time we're in Iceland for 11 days, and we're gonna show you what Iceland's like in 11 days. Iceland has a population of about 358,780 people over 40,000 square miles, making it the most sparsely populated country in Europe. The capital and largest city is Reykjavik. It's home to about 2/3 of the population. The island is volcanically and geologically active. It also has lava fields, mountains, and glaciers, and it's a relatively temperate climate, mostly tundra in the winter. Right now it's in the 50s. Since we've been here, it's dropped maybe down to like 30 or 40, but it stayed relatively about the same. Winds are actually what makes it about the coldest, but yeah. The settlement began in 874 AD when Norwegian chieftain Ingolfur Arnarson became the first permanent settler on the island, and it became independent in 1918 and a founded republic in 1944. It's mostly a market economy, which means low taxes and universal health care, and ranks #1 in median wealth per adult, and is the 6th most developed country in the world. Runs almost entirely on renewable energy, and #1 on the Global Peace Index. In 2018, Iceland passed a law making it illegal to pay women less than men, and the people here are mostly Scandinavians and Scandinavian heritage of Norse and Gaelic descent. Icelandic is a northern Germanic language. So,
they love fish.
They love their fish, they love their lamb here. It's absolutely fantastic. I think the people we've met have been nothing but polite and awesome. There's a high level of car ownership, like I said, per capita, main form of transport. It's about 1 car for every 1.5 people. And the ring road, which is Route 1, which is the biggest road we've been on, actually goes around the entire island and was completed in 1974. It's about 1,332 kilometers at 828 miles. What we're gonna do is we're making our way from Reykjavik down south towards the east coast, which is near Hoffen, and then we're gonna make our way up north towards Akureyri, and now we are on the west coast, and hopefully this is a good guide. Let's see how this goes.
These lilacs were planted here to help the vegetation, but no one foresaw that they would grow so well here in Iceland that they literally started taking over.
As we approach Blue Lagoon, appreciate this water real quick. Appreciate how blue. We made it to Skogafoss, so I'm gonna show you, and then we're gonna talk about it for a second. That's the waterfall we're here to see. So the entire way here, there have been just so many mountains and tiny little waterfalls coming out, but this has to be the biggest one we've seen so far. There's actually a little trail that's gonna go up this way, and we're about to go climb it. Anything you wanna say?
If you go up the trail and you keep going behind a waterfall, there's another smaller waterfall. Forget the name, but it's a little hidden gem. Fun fact about Iceland if you're ever here.
So yeah, Iceland gets 3 thumbs up because he has 2 and I have 1. Oh, nice. What's your fun fact?
Welcome to Stocksnez. Probably butchering the pronunciation, but if you look out there, you'll see vast black sand beach. This is actually the location where they shot the music video of Dilawale. SRK, Gajol, shout out to you all.
Okay, let's talk about this for a couple seconds. This camera is perfectly level, but as you can see and hear in the photos, this land is not. It actually slopes up in the individual, what do you call them, wedges? I don't know what to call that. Like literally come down at an angle. It's crazy. And it eventually actually mellows out. Let me show you. As we come this way, it actually mellows out and levels out with the rest of the ground. But yeah, that's it's pretty insane. Where are we right now?
I don't know where we are. I kind of found a route, so I drove up it, and then we kept driving, and we stopped here, and it's very beautiful and peaceful. There's a small little waterfall over there, and then a creek runs through down right here. There's a house down there, a whole bunch of sheep down there. It's very peaceful, very beautiful.
Yep. All right, so it's day 5. We are currently in Akureyri, which honestly is quite beautiful.
Very nice.
This is a very
second largest city in Iceland.
This is the second largest city in Iceland. It's very, very, very nice here. We just went to that hot dog stand back there. It's called SS Pulsar.
So I think it's like
Pilser?
Pilser Vagnen. I think it implies that it also has vegan food, because there's also some vegan hot dogs there.
Yeah, there are some vegan hot dogs. I got the breakfast dog, it was pretty good. Icelandic hot dogs are actually pretty good. So, thumbs up there.
Surprisingly, this country is really nice with vegan food, like options.
Yeah, actually, very surprisingly, we've had almost every single place we've gone has vegan options, which is actually really, really nice. The parking situation is interesting. So, we asked, after 4 o'clock, parking is free. Up until 4 o'clock, it's 1 hour parking. You need to get a parking clock or something like that. But we asked an officer, and he just gave us a small slip of paper with like just the time on it, and he said you have an hour. So I guess that's completely different than, you know, how it's done in America, where if you're 2 minutes over, you get a $600 ticket. So there's that, you know, that's pretty awesome.
Let's go to 66 degrees north.
Okay, Emma wants to go shopping now. We're gonna spend a few minutes shopping while we use our meter, and then continue.
It's the first big ship who have been made for men here in Eyjafjörð. And it was made in England, 1874. And it was a different name on it. When they was, you know, putting it down to the ocean, then it fall to the right side, the starboard. And under was wife of one of the men who made the ship, a young lady. And they carried her aboard, but she died there. Her name was Helga. So they changed the name on the ship. And
To
they
Helga.
say Helga take care of the ship all the time.
Really?
And even in calm weather, sunshine and ocean like a mirror, if Helga take the course to the mainland or the next harbor, all the ship was very quick to learn it best to follow, because usually it comes a storm. So Helga must have whispered to the captain, go to the mainland now. And they fished for a while on sails, but then they changed the ship built it up and put engine in it, and it was the most famous herring fishing boat until the war comes. And we can say Helga was the first Coast Guard ship in Iceland.
Really?
Wow.
They put a little gun on it, and they use it to blow up mines in the ocean. And they say they have blowing up likely over 100 mines, and that could mean a lot of lives they have saved. And 1944, Helga was very, very tired. So they take everything off, engine away, and they built here in the back out of wood a little thing with just steel. And 60 meters from that house, down there, was a coal harbor in Akureyri. They fill it up with coal, and then they draw the ship out the fjord to the little village in northeast and northwest. And at the end of the year, 1944, then they was here on a little place named Drangsnes. Then comes a heavy snowstorm, and the rope who kept it with the harbor just cut. And Helga just disappeared out in the snowstorm, and nothing they can do. And few hours later, they call up a man here in a lighthouse in Gjögur and ask him if he have seen Helga. And he said, "Oh yeah, it's about 1 hour ago, but it wasn't wise of you to have men on board." Man, it was nobody there. Oh, that's very, very strange, because it was somebody with a steer.
What?
And the ship didn't go up to beach anywhere, and we had never found anything who belongs to Helga. So Helga could be one of the ghost ships who are still sailing around in the world, and Helga still with the steer.
Still going. She won't say to come back to the mainland yet, though.
Yeah, people here are super down to earth. They know what impact that, people have. Oh, his name's
Adelstein.
Adelstein.
Very well traveled. Man had a map of almost the entire world,
God.
fully filled in with pins.
With pins and just everywhere. I think maybe like 2 or 3 countries that he hasn't been, but literally the map is filled with pins. This guy has been all over. He has a real good idea of where the world is at, today.
And I think that's something that in Iceland they understand. Having, like, I can continuously say 99.99% renewable resources and this and that, and like their gas is expensive, but that's the way it is, in America. Like, even in Philadelphia, there's trash everywhere. People are polluting and smoking and doing this and doing that. It's not we're destroying this planet.
These guys have a really good understanding of the impact that we have on the earth. And it sucks that the rest of the world may or may not have that understanding.
Ever.
Yeah.
They may never know how it is. So.
Fun fact, in the near future, Iceland has the highest, like a really good outcome in terms of water. Because I think, what do you say, like
100 years or something?
Yeah, 100, 200 years, like, there's going to be a crisis for fresh water. But, Iceland being as it is, with the glaciers and everything, they have a really good outlook in terms of fresh water.
And I think also the people of Iceland, it's not appreciate what you have before it's gone. I think they know to appreciate everything they have, they literally have spots where tourists can just stop and take photos. But it's like the people here also, like, they appreciate every bit of the land they live on.
Yeah. Very nice.
Crazy ass shit here.
These people are so just genuine, like, so kind. Like, it's a lot different than the US, where it's like, oh, shut up, get out of my face, I don't want to talk to you.
Right. It's like everyone's just out for themselves there, versus
Yeah.
here it's like everyone understands. There's a sense of community, there's a sense of like understanding and belonging. It's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna show Aman something now. So, okay.
I will be catching Pokemon in New York City. I wanna live to lie. I will be catching Pokemon in New York City. I wanna live to lie.
I just want to point out what kind of views we've been having. This is a mountain over here next to us that we're actually sort of on top of. Right now we're actually in a little bit of a valley.
We're in the middle of a valley between a mountain range.
Yeah. Okay,
We
ready?
traveled up and through a cloud to get here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10,
10 waterfalls.
11, 12, 13, 14,
14, 15 waterfalls we can see.
16.
16 waterfalls in our view right there.
This is just one side. There's a whole part behind you guys.
That is just what we can see. And then there's more right here that actually we didn't see right here on this mountainside. And then there's snow on the mountains over there. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
It's a wonderful sight. Hello. We are now in Snæfellsnes, making our way back to Reykjavik. We're here at a beach with cool gold sand. Really nice, very different from the black sands that we've been seeing
Very soft.
around this southern.
Very soft.
Yep, it is.
Mixed with some volcanic rock.
It's very nice. If you can see in the horizon, you can see the West Fords way out there. We're back at the Atlantic Sea. You can still see bits of fresh water in there. The color green. It's pretty cool. Behind me and way over this hill is Snæfellsjökull. It's a volcano with a glacier on top of it. Really cool stuff. When it erupted, it created these magma fields, which is what you're seeing all around here. So these are all results from the magma field.
Okay. Where are we?
We're at a very famous tomato soup place. I think we pulled the name.
I'm happy with the water. Thank you.
Friedheimer. It's called Friedheimer. It's near Reykjavik.
So they grow their own tomatoes, they have their own bees to help pollination, and it's supposedly some of the best tomato soup in the world.
Let's find out together. Break off a piece first, actually.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Get the whole thing in. This is damn good tomato soup. Okay, a couple things about this place. Number one, they use geothermal energy to power their greenhouses 24/7, 365 days a year. And then they use natural water, which we are also drinking, to feed the plants. Tomatoes are what, like, I think she said 80 to 90% water. So better the water, better the tomato. They pick the tomatoes every day that they use in the soup, which is crazy. And basically everything is here. They have their own bees. They produce about 300 tons of tomatoes, I think, every year, which I believe, if I remember right, was about 18% of all the tomatoes that Iceland produces in a year, which is absolutely crazy because it's just one farm.
I will be catching